right, all right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahshua Harachakodash, the one to apostles, great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you hold to be. Now, it's your brother Hawaii from GMS Chicago. Got a quick little lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who bear shame of looking like heathens, who spirit bear witness that they're a child of the Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world English calls Jehovah God. In the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world English calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christos, or Yeshua, Yeshua, Yahweh. And pretty much, this lesson is going into no smoking. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not supposed to do so. So this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 9. It says, who have ears to hear, let them hear, meaning to understand. Verse 10, it says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Now, when you go into the word parables, it says that similar to parable, that is symbolically a fictitious narrative of common life, conveying a moral, a path, or adage. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Look up parable. She got me laughing so hard. It's like it. So the word parable is allegorical or metaphorical narrative, usually having a moral for instruction. It says late 13th century, modern form from early 14th century, saying or story in which something is expressed in terms of something else. It says parable, parabolic style in writing. It says comparison. It says a comparison, parable, literally throwing beside juice, division. So it's pretty much a comparison. It's a short moral story. Any stories told by Yahweh Shai conveying his religious message. You know what I'm saying? So it says comparison, right? So he said, so it goes back, it says, and the disciples came back in Matthew 13:10. It says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? A riddle, a dark saying. Saying something that's not easily seen. That's not right there and there. Why you don't just tell them straightforward? Verse 11, he answered and said unto them, it says, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So the thing is that certain scriptures and stuff are made are made in parabolic form, metaphorical form. You know what I'm saying? Allegorical form. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures are written as a code. You know what I'm saying? And the only ones who's going to receive the code or understand the code are the elect, which is 144,000, which consists of 12,000 men, each of the 12 tribes of Israel, the government body, and the rest of the 1/3, which consists of men, women, and children who are Israelites who believe no matter how they look. You know what I'm saying? So so there's going to be certain things. It's not going to be straightforward and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to resemble to something that's being done and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And whether the Lord is explaining it to show that it's going off. You know what I'm saying? Or giving a breakdown to something else. So this is Ezekiel. For an example, this is Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 17. And it says, then he said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? It said, it is a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here. And it's also it's all of Israel that commit these abominations. It says, for they have filled the land with violence and have returned to provoke me to anger. It says, and lo, meaning look, they put the branch to their nose. When you go into the word branch, it's the word zamar. You know what I'm saying? The Zadaman or Ron Zamar. It says vine, branch, slip. You know what I'm saying? A branch. And what is a branch? It's brown, right? It says to their nose, right? Now is the word nose goes into the word op. It's the adapa, meaning op, which means the it says the nose, nostrils, hence the face. You know what I'm saying? It says and occasionally a person also. It said from the rapid breathing in passion. You know what I'm saying? So what is this talking about? It's talking about blunts. It's talking about smoking. And just because it's because now you got the cigarettes that's brown with the filter on it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it says to their face. Now think about it. If the Lord said it's an abomination and stuff, abominations are different acts that's being done that the Lord doesn't like. That's disgusting to him. You know what I'm saying? Or detesting. Or very highly abhorrent and stuff. Something that the Lord doesn't like, right? So if you put in a branch to your face, you know what I'm saying? If you put in a branch to your face, you know what I'm saying, and you're not doing anything with it and stuff, then how would it be an abomination? How would it be an act? So that means that there's a certain action that's being done. You know what I'm saying? When they put it up to their face, they're smoking it. You know what I'm saying? They smoking. So and they're smoking it. So when it come down to cigarettes and stuff, you're not supposed to smoke. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to weed, you're not supposed to smoke it. When it come down to smoking Black and Milds and Cuban cigars and cigarillos, you're not supposed to smoke them. Even if you got a bong, you're not supposed to smoke it. If you got a hitter, you're not supposed to smoke. If you got a hookah, you're not supposed to smoke. You know what I'm saying? If you got a electronic cigarette and stuff, you're not supposed to smoke. And or a vaporizer, you're not supposed to smoke. And for an example, how the Lord further proved it, there was a Edomite. What he wanted to do is that he wants to become a firefighter and stuff. You know what I'm saying? In his early 20s, and he said he was smoking e-cigarette brand and whatnot and stuff, or e-cigarette he was smoking. And what happened was is that it destroyed his lungs. Now he has the lungs of a 70-year-old, you know what I'm saying, even though he's in his early 20s. And that was just a sign, you know what I'm saying, of the Lord showing that this is something that you're not supposed to do. And what he did, he kissed his career away from being a firefighter and stuff, you know what I'm saying, because he couldn't hang, you know. And then you also got to look at it like this. When they come down to the soft tissues, and whatnot and stuff that's inside your body, like your esophagus and stuff, and then the inner lining and stuff, when it come down to your lungs, even though the smoke is not hot, you know what I'm saying, to the touch when you feel it and whatnot and stuff, except for when it get real small to the end and stuff, that's the only time it start burning. But burn your lip and whatnot and stuff, even though the combustion before and stuff, it doesn't feel hot, but it's actually hot to your soft tissues and stuff, and it actually damages your soft tissue. That's why you have certain people and stuff, they either got the raspy voice if they weren't born like that, you know what I'm saying, they develop a raspy voice, or the fact that they get a hole in their neck and stuff because the smoke is deteriorating the esophagus cells and stuff. You know what I'm saying? By the combustion. You know what I'm saying? And then even though we know that marijuana gets medicinal purposes and stuff, the thing is that you really think that the Lord would put you in a situation where he can heal you and whatnot and stuff. But at the same time, there's a downward effect with it. You know what I'm saying? Like in other words, put it like this: if you ask the Lord for $1,000,000, you know what I'm saying, He ain't finna give you a bunch of deers. You know what I'm saying? He gonna give you exactly what you asking for. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no trickery. We ain't no you gotta it ain't like the Lord is illiterate and he don't know what you talking about and stuff. You got that commercial with a man, he I don't know if it was whatever it was, but he asked a question and stuff. He was like, man, I wish I had $1,000,000. You know what I'm saying? And then next he had $1,000,000, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't bucks as in money, it was bucks as in a deer. Because remember, a deer can also be known as a buck as well, man. And so he got the opposite of what he was actually looking for. And the Lord is not going to do that. You know know what I'm saying, he'll heal you, and that's exactly what it is. There's no side effect to it. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture says, the Lord woundeth and he maketh whole. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't say that he maketh whole, but then there's a side effect. It doesn't do that. So when it comes down to it and stuff, even though marijuana has medicinal purposes and stuff, that's not the way that the Lord wants you to do it. You know what I'm saying? And what it says in Genesis, the second chapter, it says that every herb year and seed after its own kind of stuff, it should be meat. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that you're gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna take some Italian sausage and grind it up and stuff and put it in a cigarello and stuff, pearl it like you all say and stuff, and then try to inhale it and stuff. Ain't nobody gonna do that, because they know it's something that you eat and you don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes down to aromatherapy and stuff, ain't nothing wrong with that because it's not uh, uh, directly inhaled and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then also look at it this way. Uh, uh, when it come down to when you in your crib and it's on fire and whatnot and stuff, why you don't breathe in the black smoke? You know what I'm saying? All it is just burnt wood. When you some people they burn the stems and stuff when they smoke weed and whatnot and stuff. They burn the stems. Some people do, some people don't. But if they do, you know what I'm saying? That's just the trunk. Or you know what I'm saying? It's the stem. You know what I'm saying? Just like a tree. You know what I'm saying? And like the little buds and whatnot and stuff, it's like a little tree. That's why they call them trees. You know what I'm saying? Because it looks like a little tree, and the stem is like the bark of the marijuana plant and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if you burn that, you know what I'm saying? Then when it comes down to wood that your house is mainly made of and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Why not inhale that? Why do you consciously see that it's like, well, if I breathe in this smoke and stuff, I can really destroy my lungs. Well, if you got that mind frame and stuff, then you should do the same thing when it comes down to smoking cigarettes, weed, black and mouse. You know what I'm saying? Inhaling direct smoke, man. You know, you should think the same way. So this is First Corinthians. Actually, I'm gonna get this Genesis. Is Genesis 1:29. It says, and Elohim said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed. And when you go into that word herb, it's the word Ishab. It's the I, the Shah, and the Ba. Ishab, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to glisten or be green, grass, you know what I'm saying? Or tender shoots, grass, herb, right? And it says, which is upon the face of the earth. It says, in every tree, and the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. You know what I'm saying? And when you go into the word meat, it's the word akala. You know what I'm saying? Really, it'll be akal. It's the adaka and Allah akal. It says food. You know what I'm saying? Consume. You know what I'm saying? When's the last time that you breathed in food? You know what I'm saying? Inhale food, French inhale food. When was the last time you do that? It says devour, eat food, meat. You know what I'm saying, right? So you supposed to eat herbs. You know what I'm saying, not smoke them. You know. Now you have aromatherapy and stuff, but usually what they do is that they take the extract, which is the oil of the plant, which is the most highest concentration and stuff, and they burn it. You know what I'm saying, and you breathe it in, and that's for medicinal use. You know what I'm saying, or you got the little rocks like frankincense and myrrh and stuff. It can come in the form of rocks and stuff, but they real brittle and whatnot. You can burn them and they give off a scent. You know what I'm saying? Or certain leaves and stuff like sage and sage and lavender, when they dried and whatnot, you can burn them, and the smell they give off and whatnot, it could heal you. You know what I'm saying? And that's different. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not inhaling it directly and stuff, and it's a lot of smoke that you inhale, even though it doesn't seem like that, but it really does. You know. So this is First Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. It says, Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? Verse 17, it says, If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy, for the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. You know what I'm saying? So our bodies, you know what I'm saying, are where the Lord dwells. You know what I'm saying? So when you go into the word defile, it says properly to shrivel. It says no. It says to pine or waste. It says properly to shrivel, or whether that is to spoil by any process. By any process, it says, or genitive. It says to ruin, especially figuratively, by moral influence to deprave, corrupt self, defile, destroy. You know what I'm saying? So when you smoke, you know what I'm saying, what benefit does the smoke in your lungs and your esophagus, what benefits does it actually do? You know what I'm saying? What healing does it heal you? You know what I'm saying? For smoke to be in your lungs, or does it destroy over time? Even if it's in small quantities and stuff, does the smoke actually heals you? You know what I'm saying? Does it with you directly inhaling smoke and stuff like that and stuff, which would be a lot at one time, you know, does it really heal you? You know what I'm saying? Smoke at that high volume and stuff. If you can't breathe, if you already know in your mind that it's not good to breathe in the black smoke of burning wood, you know what I'm saying? Burning wood, if your house is on fire and whatnot and stuff, if you know better to not breathe that in and stuff because it'd be too much smoke, you know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't in through your mouth and stuff, or it's just through your nose, you know what I'm saying? Then why do it when it comes down to cigarettes and weed, you know what I'm saying? And Black and Miles and Cuban cigars and cigarillos and hookahs and bongs and I think one of them was called a boiler, you know, uh, 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 and hitters and whatnot, man. You know, so you'll be defiling your temple. You'll be defiling your body. You know what I'm saying? The Lord doesn't want you to do that. So this is First John. It's First John chapter 2, verse 15. It says, Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. You know what I'm saying? So these different things and stuff when it comes down to smoking and stuff, that's the love of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's a death style. It's what brings death. And you see it in the commercials. Somebody been smoking cigarettes and stuff, or smoking all their lives and stuff, and then next thing you know, call on you like Yabashima Shawara Kakadash, Yabashima Sharatazar. What you Dawa Daya, Yabashima Sharatazar. Pretty much where you'll have uh, uh, you know you, um, the smoking and whatnot and stuff. You're not supposed to be doing that. It destroys you. It ruins you and stuff. It's a death style and stuff. It only brings death because if you kept doing it and stuff over time and stuff, what tends to happen? Uh, 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 your body becomes malnutritious. Your body needs it and stuff just so it can function. You know what I'm saying? And it's a heavy crave and whatnot and stuff, but it doesn't bring any nutrients to the body and stuff. It actually destroys it. You know what I'm saying? And also what smoking does is that when you smoke and stuff, it narrows your blood vessels. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a bad diet where you build up a lot of cholesterol, you're going to be more prone to a stroke. You know what I'm saying? And then also when it comes down to smoking cigarettes, they kind of appease your wrath. I mean, not a wrath, but it appease your appetite and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not as hungry as much. And if you're a heavy smoking and stuff, what tends to happen? You lose weight. And I know this personally and stuff from when I was smoking in the world, but the Lord caused me to go cold turkey and stuff. And pretty much it's like this. How I seen it and stuff is that after 3 days and stuff, the agitation and stuff, it's not as bad. And then after of not smoking or getting some cigarettes and stuff, and then after a week, you know what I'm saying, uh, uh, you're able to deal with the agitation even a little bit more and stuff. And when you see people smoking and stuff, or when you even smell the smoke, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't bother you and stuff. It doesn't cause you to crave or look for a cigarette to smoke and whatnot and stuff. And then after 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, you pretty much good. Nothing bothers you and stuff. You actually become irritated of the smoke. And when you smell the cigarettes and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you don't really want to be around. You know what I'm saying, So that's just a personal testimony for myself. And I was a very heavy smoker, you know what I'm saying, and smoking was the only thing that I wanted to do. I didn't want to do anything else. You know what I'm saying? All I wanted to do was smoke weed, squares, and black and miles. You know what I'm saying? That's all I wanted to do. It was my favorite thing to do and favorite uh, 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 favorite poison that I chose. I guess you could say that. Like it says in that song, "Money Trees." Pick your poison, tell me what you do, by Kendrick Lamar. That was the poison that I chose and stuff, and it was destroying me and stuff. I had bacteria in my lungs. You know what I'm saying? From it builds shortness of breath. You know what I'm saying? You can't really run like that. You know what I'm saying? Without getting tired real fast. You know what I'm saying? It can also yellow the eyes and stuff. It can yellow the teeth and cause decay. You know what I'm saying? It also causes bad breath and stuff. Because when somebody smoke a cigarette and stuff, you know what I'm saying, they talk to you and you close enough to smell their breath, it smell like shit. You know what I'm saying? And so pretty much, that's pretty much what it is. You know what I'm saying? Verse 16, it says, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life, it's not of the Father, but it's of the world." And the Lord is not going to, because the thing is like this. The scripture says that we are gods in Psalms 82 and 6, and gods know right from wrong and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And they know how to execute righteous judgment. You know what I'm saying? Do you really think that a guy would sit up here and put themselves in a situation where they would poison themselves? You know what I'm saying? You know, you know, that it will do harm onto you and stuff. But what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do it anyways and stuff. You know, think about it. Think how silly that sounds. So I hope this video was edifying. I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua Harakakarash, double honors to apostles and great millstone, and salutations to your elect, which we hope to be Shalom wa Ball.